So tell me, if you could take all the best features of a fifth wheel and put it in a travel trailer, why wouldn't you? That's exactly what Alpha Wolf did to get their #1 top-selling couples floor plan. Stick around and I'll show you what they did. So first off, let's talk about what makes this such a popular floor plan, and that's the fact that, again, it is a fifth wheel layout. You have dual opposing slides here, which not only gives you a lot of living space, but allows for a kitchen island. And anytime you have that in a couples coach, I think that's gonna be a big win in that kitchen setup, just because you get so much extra countertop space, and with that, just a ton of storage underneath. But on top of that, you also have a great layout for watching TV with theater seating directly across from the TV, and you have a sofa in the back, so it's just great for entertainment space, and you kind of combine all that, and again, that's what gives you such a great couples coach. Now, I talked about the TV a second. Let's take a quick look. We'll take a look at the off-camp side slide here, and so TV front and center, right down underneath that, you have some additional hookups. They do have a little bit of space there for, if you know, any kind of auxiliary equipment. I kind of wish it'd be a little bit deeper, just because most Blu-ray players probably aren't going to fit in there, but you know, again, there is at least something there. Honestly, I'm probably putting a decoration there. But underneath is the fireplace that is functional. It's not just for looks. That one is, I believe, 5,000 BTU, so it does do a little bit to help heat this space up as well. Right next to that is the pantry. I think this is a nice looking pantry here. I kind of like the pulls. They're super easy to use. Magnetic catches as well, which I really like. And then you can, if you take a look inside, you'll see there is plenty of storage. One of the things I like that they did is they didn't bring the shelves all the way to the front. And why is that important? Because I don't know about you, but you know, with no carpet, well, no, I shouldn't say no carpet, there is some carpet, with very little carpet, you know, I'm gonna bring a Swiffer with me, right? Or maybe, again, maybe you have a stick vacuum. You can put both of those in this pantry, so it's hidden away, and because they didn't bring those shelves all the way to the front. Kitchen island, I want to hit on this real quick because it is such a big feature, such a prominent feature in this floor plan. This is one of the big reasons people buy this. Look at all this actual prep space. You want to talk about functional kitchen space? This right here does it for me. I love having it. They offset the sink, which I think is honestly a pretty good choice here. You do have the sink top cover as well if you want to be able to utilize that. Apron front, kind of that gunmetal. It actually has a texture in here, which is really nice. So, you know, it looks cleaner. You probably won't see scratches as easy, which I like. It also has a shelf built in. Now, to my knowledge, it doesn't come with anything to put in there. I could be wrong on that, but even the fact that you can put something in there, I kind of like having that little shelf there as well. And then, of course, you have the soap dispenser built in, the high-rise faucet. Love all these features. They also made sure you had enough room for a trash can, and it's exactly where you want it. You're doing all your prep work, you're doing all your cutting, boom, you can drop it right, you know, anything left over right into the trash can. Drawers all down the side. Blue lights, man, if there is one thing that the Cherokee division loves, which Alpha Wolf is part of that, it is their blue lights. We will see those all over, you know, above our slide fascias here, underneath. We'll see them in the bedroom, see them outside. They're definitely a big fan of the blue lights. Additional storage up top. I do like the backsplash. I don't know about you folks at home. You know, I mean, definitely let me know what you think, but this is not just a look. Like, this actually has a dimension, right? It actually has a texture to it. So I do think that's a nice upgrade. Electrical outlet over here too. Some additional countertop space next to the recessed 3-burner cooktop and storage there underneath. And then your fridge. You have a 12-volt compressor-driven refrigerator right here. You can see, you know, easily fit a whole case of water in there. But again, just a lot of extra space, or a lot of cold storage space, I should say, which is nice. One of the things they did that is pretty unique that I think was smart is they actually moved the microwave over to this side. That helped give a little more space up top, because without that, you know, you wouldn't have basically any space for your pots and pans. So by moving it over here, it allowed you to get bigger space over there, and you still have plenty of room right here for, you know, if you want it as a bar area, if you want it as a coffee bar, if you want to, you know, bring like an air fryer, right? You have plenty of space for an air fryer there. Electrical outlet really just helps utilize all that space. A little bit of extra storage here as well. If we kind of shoot around to this other side, I do like what they did with the table and chairs, and the fact they give you this movable ottoman, basically. With this, you can move this completely, so if you want to take it back to the sofa, you can, which I really like. Easy access storage under underneath, and it's plenty of storage. Excellent spot for some of those throw blankets, something like that. And then you have your 2 standard chairs. I did sit in here. You know, I'm a somewhat bigger guy, 6 foot, probably about 210 currently. And if there's, you know, someone else that's my size next to me, it is going to be a little tight. That's probably the only, you know, downside to about the table itself. I do have great leg room in here. So, you know, overall, I think it's a win. Just know that if, you know, you need a little bit more size, you might have to scooch the chair out a little. Zebra shades for the windows. These are very easy to use. If you're not familiar with them, you can just kind of roll them up like so to let, you know, you can kind of control the amount of light that you want to let in, or you can shut them down to kind of black everything out. Nice light features here as well, and of course our theater seating. And as I mentioned, this is a big selling point of this floor plan, is that you have super plush, comfortable theater seating right across from the TV, which really helps make this one of the top selling floor plans. And in addition to that, you have the sofa along the back. This does fold out into a bed. So if you have guests, friends, family, whatever it may be that wants to stay the night, you do have a place for them to sleep as well. You also see electrical outlets and USB ports, as well as some storage underneath. To be quite honest, I tried to figure out why it's blocked off back there. The only thing I can think of is taillights and a little bit of electrical. I wish that they would have given me more storage. I've seen some manufacturers that this actually lifts up so you can utilize that storage a little bit better. You know what, maybe there's a reason why it's blocked off. I'm sure there is, but in my mind, I would have liked just a little bit more storage utilization in that space. Let's make our way kind of up to the front. Want to hit on a couple things. One will be our control panel. You have the Cherokee Total Control, super simple and easy to use. Honestly, I prefer these over a lot of the touchscreen or the smart systems, just because it is easy. It's easy to use, it's easy to see, everything is tactile. You don't have that extra layer of technology that can sometimes make things more difficult than it needs to be. Right next to that is the tankless water heater control. So you have tankless water heater in here, so you can have almost unlimited hot showers. Portable speaker, if you do want that, it's, you know, you can just put it right here, that will charge it. Kind of cool that came built in. And then our thermostat, which could use right now, it is a little hot and muggy, but of course, because we're filming, can't have AC on because it ruins all audio. As we step into the bathroom, a couple things here. One, it is a pretty big bathroom, right? I mean, I have plenty of space to actually be able to get dressed in here. Easy access to linen closet. Open that up for you. So you can see nice big linen closet, plenty of space for all your towels. And again, it's easy to get to. Mirrored medicine cabinet here too. Big bowl. My wife, it's funny, my wife and I actually go back and forth on this. I personally like having a bigger bowl in the bathroom because I make a mess when I brush my teeth or shave or anything else. She prefers a smaller bowl to have more countertop space. So let me know which side you on. Are you on side Ian with having the bigger bowl? Are you on side Nicole, my wife, because you want more countertop in the bathroom? Let me know, because I'm curious. I'm probably gonna lose, but I gotta know. Underneath, again, you do have some additional storage there, which is nice. The bowl, porcelain bowl for the toilet, love that. If I take a seat, just to kind of show you some space, sorry about my sweat here, but pretty good space for the shoulders. I do bump a little bit on the right. Definitely enough room for my legs. Even if you're a taller person, I don't foresee you having any issues there. Stepping into the shower. Neo-angle shower. Without the skylight, I do have to duck down just a little bit. With it, I can kind of stand in here. You know, the shower head I'm fighting with a little bit, so reality dictates this, in my opinion, should have been moved over like to here. I think would have been better placement for it, because I can't really stand underneath it. It does bring in some natural light though. And the shower head is upgraded. So it basically uses air to make it feel like there's more water pressure than what you may normally have. So that does work a little bit better to wash things off. As we step into the master bedroom here, the primary bedroom. So a couple different things. You'll see on the sides you have mirrored wardrobe, storage underneath in the form of some drawers there. You also have this guy, which is kind of cool. You have essentially a single inverter. So if you have, you know, like a CPAP machine or something like that, where you need to be able to run it and you don't have shore power, you can plug it in right there, which is pretty fantastic. I love that they added that. Storage all the way across the top, and you have access, as you saw, directly into the bathroom. So if you're like me, you have to get up in the middle of the night and use it, you can. Plus you have easy access storage underneath. Not only can you lift the bed like so, but you also have just a couple access ports, if you will, from directly right underneath the bed there. So if you want to kick off your shoes, you're good to go. Okay, let's take a look at some of the outside features here, starting off right up front. Power tongue jack, of course, as you'd expect, two 20-pound propane tanks, battery rails right behind that. You have the diamond plating up front and the 3/4 front cap, which looks really nice, especially with the LED lights that you have inlaid in there. Coming around to the side, one of the things I do like is that this one has your side camera prep built into your side marker. So if you do want that extra visibility, it's already prepped for it, makes it nice and easy to have that installed. Slam latch baggage doors here, they are magnetic. And if we take a look at the pass-through, you'll see that it has a pretty big pass-through for a travel trailer. A couple other things here, you will notice that it has the charge controller. This one does have the juice pack with the 100-watt solar panel right up top. Of course, motion sensor light in there as well. Leash latch for your fur babies. So if you want to be able to hook them up nice and easy, you can do that. That's excellent if you're at like a concrete site or something where it just may be a little bit tougher. Just love having it built in. And of course, that puts them right here underneath the large awning with LED lights so they can enjoy some shade. This one does have a fully enclosed, insulated, and heated underbelly as well. So that way, if you want to be able to camp late into the fall, you can do so nice and easily. Getting in is simple thanks to your fold down steps here. Aluminum treads, they're not going to rust. You get the bigger grab handle. This is actually a lot larger than what most manufacturers are putting on, especially in a travel trailer. So you definitely get the upgraded grab handle for that additional control, both when entering and exiting the coach. You'll also notice the door itself is your tempered glass door. Cherokee is one of the few manufacturers in the industry that use these. I really, really like them. Not only do they look nice, but something that you may not notice, if I open this up, you actually have a window right here, and you can't really see that from the outside. With the exception of seeing a few lights, it's tough to notice that there's a window there, so it's easy to see out, a little bit tougher to see in. You can have a thin shade for privacy at night if you want. It is prepped for that. Even more important, or kind of a cooler feature, right up top, that's going to be additional camera prep. So not only can you have your side cameras for travel, but you get a door camera, right? How many of us have doorbell cams at home? I do. I love the fact that you can have it on your RV. Again, it just gives you that sense of security, especially if you're staying somewhere you haven't stayed before. I think that is fantastic. One of the big disadvantages normally when we talk about having a kitchen island is because you have slides on both sides of the RV, that means you have a slide here, and normally you lose awning space. Manufacturers have wisened up, and you can see Alpha Wolf did, and they put an awning on the slide itself rather than above it, because when it's above the slide, the majority of your awning is used up by the slide, almost all of it. Here, you're getting all that awning space, which I think is great. You also have outside speakers and TV hookup there for some entertainment, and if you're a big fan of grilling like I am, you'll love the propane quick connect right underneath. So we take a quick look on the back before we go to the other side. I do just want to point out the fact this one does have a fully walkable roof. You can see the ladder prep right there. You can just buy the telescoping ladder to be able to climb up onto the roof. And of course, you have backup camera prep here as well. So we take a look at the off-camp side. You will see 30 amp detachable power cord plugs right in there. But my favorite thing on the off-camp side is this right here. Take a look at this additional storage they put out here. This is great for pool noodles, for fishing poles, some of those larger items. Not only do you have a big pass-through, but they gave you all this additional storage. And again, another motion sensor light in there in case you have to access it at night. As you make your way up a little bit further, I also want to point out right underneath, this is where your termination will be. You'll see this one has two gray tanks basically. One is, of course, for the galley for the kitchen, gray tank, and then your standard black tank there. But all those, as I mentioned, are fully insulated in the underbelly. So if you are camping in some of those colder climates, it's less likely to freeze up on you. You'll also see that basically all of your water connections and everything are right here. It is super convenient, including the black tank flush. If it's a big coach like this, of course, it's going to come with one, as you'd expect. Outside shower with both hot and cold water access right there too. I mean, with everything this one has, you have the kitchen island, dual opposing slides, great seating, excellent features. The fact you can camp late into the fall, it's no wonder that this is Alpha Wolf's #1 selling couples coach. Now, of course, the ultimate question is how much is it and where can I get one? Well, that's not a problem. I will provide a link for you in the description with both price and availability that is closest to you. So if you're interested, simply click on that link.